This is a hell of a movement, real talk, real life, real in fact, it's real law. No, if you ain't got a nationality, you stateless. Stake on.
We got a lot of Moors playing church, Mo, and that's the problem. We got a lot of Moors caught up. Hey, we got a lot of Moors caught up in dogma and religious rhetoric, and you know, when you really get into the studies and you really study Noble Ali, you're not gonna get caught up in that. And any real Moor seek knowledge at all times. We seeking knowledge. I can talk to anybody, Mo, and I'm listening for whatever. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat for anything they can teach or tell me that I don't know. But at the same token, they gotta be willing to do the same thing, because guess what? We could be here for the next 10,000 years and still not learn 10,000 new things every day and still not learn everything it is to know before we leave here. So
that's a fact.
We gotta be humble enough to sit down, be quiet, listen, even if it's something that you know already, listen for the one thing you don't know.
That's right.
Let the person build, take what they give you and put it and take that and build on top of what you know already. If not, if it's not something you can build on top of, then take it and you build, put it up under what you building and keep going then. You see what I'm saying? So the thing with me is, what Allah blessed me with is common sense and how to teach common sense. Because a lot of our people not thinking with common sense. So now this man just went on, and from day one, I've been saying this to all Moors, trying to get them to realize this. You are still a 14th Amendment citizen until you have your nationality conferred on you by the state government. Amnesty and Reconstruction was not for our people. That was for the Southerners who committed the act of treason against the United States government. In order for them to be let back into the Congress, they had to take the oath of amnesty and Reconstruction. And now, if you watch this movie with Clint Eastwood called The Outlaw Josie Wales, in the movie they showing them taking the oath of amnesty and Reconstruction, and the Yankees get to shooting and killing them, calling them traitors, and get to shooting and killing them. So
what's the name of that movie?
The Outlaw Josie Wales with Clint Eastwood. Very popular.
Send me the name of that movie.
Very popular movie. I'm gonna send you my clip that I did on. I got the video. I got a thing where I'm breaking it down, and it's telling you that basically, you know, the oath of amnesty and Reconstruction, the 13th Amendment with the 21 sections. If you read that 13th Amendment with the 21 sections, that was a 13th Amendment that the Southerners in the Southern states wrote. The United States federal government didn't write that. The Southerners in the Southern states wrote that 13th Amendment, and that's why the United States government got rid of it. Because see, it's certain things that the United States government know. They know we're not citizens, but they know we are the nationals whose land it is. And this is why I tell people all the time, you just use common sense. Marcus Garvey did all this talking about going back to Africa. He got 2 big ships, maybe more. Why they didn't just load us on the ship and we went to Africa? Because you cannot, the United States government was not gonna allow that, because they know we at home. They've been knowing that. So they couldn't let us just pack up and leave your own country. That's a major violation of international law as well as God's law. Okay, so people talk about the Constitution in the third way. You know, the 13th Amendment really re-enslaved us because they put in there involuntary servitude, which left voluntary servitude. You got to understand, they had to lead that way. Because if not, guess what? No contracts on this earth would be valid or enforceable if you can't enter a voluntary contract. If you go fill out a job application, but people don't realize that's a contract you're entering into. You're entering into involuntary servitude. If your boss tell you to be at work every day at this time, if you don't come, he gonna fire you. That's a form of servitude. And our people just not viewing things in the right perspective, but they're doing it because of the way they've been being taught and from the perception of what they've been being given. So now, you know, like I know, right? When coal get up under extreme pressure, it turns into a diamond.
Right.
Brother, I went through extreme pressure that turned me into what I am now. I had a convenience store. I had 8 properties that was all paid for. I had a convenience store, a strip club. I had a record company with 65 artists on it. Man, I was doing my thing. T-shirt shop, cell phone store. Man, when I woke up and started learning about the prophet, man, within 6 months of that, I'm going to jail. I'm gone. Because them free national principles and standards jumped out to me. They spoke to me. And I tell people all the time, I went to jail back in 95. And some guy, no, wait a minute, let me go back further than that. Back in 84, 85, 80, 83, one of my buddies, he was a Moor. And he used to be trying to teach me and my other buddies about, man, get out of here with that mess. I don't want to hear that mess. Go to jail in 1995. Go to jail in 1995. Some more of my best buddies, they Moors. They trying to teach me about Moor sign. Man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. I'm a gang chief, nigga. I'm getting money. I don't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
2010 hit. My brother walked in my office in my record company. He said, you ever heard of Noble Jew Ali? I said, yeah, I heard of him. He said, what you know about him? I say, not much, but I heard of him. I get right on my computer and start researching Noble Jew Ali. The first oral statement I read here say, learn the law because you are the law. That's the very first oral statement I ever read here. From that point on, for the next 5-6 months before they locked me up in jail, I was studying the law all day, every day, and studying the prophet for 6 months straight. And that's what made me end up getting into it with them people. I took every property I had, conveyed them over to the prophet's trust. I was gone. Do you hear me? I was gone off the plantation. They couldn't tell me. I know who I am. I'm a Moorish American. They couldn't tell me nothing. I'm not up under you people. Y'all don't rule over me. Real men do not let other men rule over them in their own country. It's not done. Don't know men do that. I was gone, bro, from the plantation. And I was going to the temple and everything. And the sheik that I had, which you probably know, Marcel Walton Hill, was my grand sheik. He messed with Braden Bay. He was my grand sheik in Chicago. And I demonstrated so well in court that, and the whole reason they took me to jail in the first place is because they raided my club with a legal search warrant. Now, once I became aware of Noble Jew Ali teaching, I shut the strip club down and started running, having listening parties for the record label up there. So now, no more strip club, but we do listening parties. The artists sing and rap their songs up there, right? So the police came in, it was like 80 people in my club. And didn't nobody go to jail. They in there slapping women, doing all kind of stuff, right? So they asking people for their ID. At that time, I had Taj Tariq Bainum identification, right? So I show it to the to the guy. He say, that's the only identification you got? I say, yeah. He said, I'm familiar with that. You can go on and leave out, right? So I leave out. So they ended up, didn't nobody go to jail. Out of 80 people, nobody went to jail. When I came to my club the next day, on the pool table, it was a bogus search warrant. It wasn't real. The warrant was bogus as hell. They had done tore up my club, bust the speakers, took the lighting, remote controls, everything, destroyed them, just tore my club up, right? So when I see the warrant, oh, I'm at their head now. So I go straight, I put on my fez, I go straight down to the police station. When I walk in the police station door, it's about 8 police standing in the lobby. They threw their hands up in the air and started walking back and say, man, all we did is block the street. I say, man, y'all raided my club with a legal search warrant and Sergeant Taylor here. They say, he out, we'll call him though. They call Sergeant Taylor. Sergeant Taylor come in the door, it's a brother. I say, no, you ain't the right Sergeant Taylor. He say, what's wrong? I say, man, y'all came in my club, raided my club the other day with a legal search warrant. Y'all stole my money and everything, right? So he say, let me see the warrant. I show it to him. He like, this ain't no warrant. He like, look, man, go down here. He say, go down here. He pointed down the street. He say, right here on Washington, go down there and talk to them right there. When I go down there, I see all the guys that had came up in my club. Not all of them, but about 8 of them, right? Right on through turtleneck, FBI. It's the FBI secret headquarters. So I get to talking to them. Me and one of the Europeans get to arguing. So the other European woke up. He said, "Man, what's going on?" He said, "I told you, I knew about that, right?" So me and the other European, we arguing though, right? So then the other guy come out. He they captain. He like, "Hold on, what's going on here?" I'm like, "Yeah, y'all raided my club with a legal search warrant and took my money." So then the one I was arguing with, he like, "Yeah, you snuck out. If you wouldn't have snuck out, you was going to jail." Da, da, da. I said, "Y'all told me to leave out." So then I say, y'all stole my money. So dude, I say I had $1,500. Dude say, no, it wasn't that much. It wasn't number 400. I say, did you write I stepped up in his face and put my finger in his face. I say, did you write a receipt? You should have seen all of them got quiet as hell, right? Because they knew they was caught. Y'all bogus, right? Y'all, that's a stuff. Y'all basically stuck the joint up, right? And they had, some of them had masks and everything on. So later I end up, so I'm pursuing them, right? So now they trying to get me off the street to get me off of pursuing them, right? So now I'm serving administrative remedy and everything. I'm about to take the entire police station, the courthouse, everything. Okay, I got them in like a $10 million default. I'm coming at them, right? So first they send the police at me, and it's a newspaper article and everything talking about Christopher Cannon Bay, public minister, this, that, right? Yeah. So now, I'm not saying I'm a public minister of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm saying I'm the public minister of the Moorish national government. Always have been saying it. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm sitting in my record company. I see the police pull up in front of my building. I'm not even driving the car. So therefore, shouldn't have never went to jail because I'm not driving the car. So I got my Moorish plates on there. Some plates I had just made a red, say Moorish National King on the plate, right? So they ended up towing my car, everything, right? Took me to jail. So now I'm steady pursuing them. So they send this chick to come tell me, look, go tell your guy, we know he a good guy, but he need to back up because, you know, we'll just owe him a favor. That's what they tell her to tell me. I'm like, I'm not finna do that. Because when they get our people behind that 8 ball, they don't give us no break. I'm not giving them no break. Right. They out of law, and I gotta punish them for this. This is what I'm saying. That's right. I'm like, they out of law, and I gotta get them. Period. The prophets say, learn the law, because you out of law. I know they out of law. I gotta enforce the law on them. Justice must catch them, right? Man, they plotted, did everything they could do to get me off the street. So they bounced me from city court. They couldn't do nothing with me in city court. They then bounced me from city court to state, charged me with a felony and 2 misdemeanors and sent me to the state court. They couldn't do nothing with me in the state court. The FBI come to the state court, get me, and then that's when they charged me with the counterfeit money issue, which was really a dead issue because I had already had an attorney call them. They had already knew I wasn't going around spending counterfeit money. Somebody came in my record company, paid for some studio time, gave me $10,000 in counterfeit money. I'm not knowing this counterfeit. It looked real to me, right? Come to find out, the money was $5 bills that they bleached and made $50 bills. So I took it. I went to go buy some more TVs for my studios. Now, all my studios already got flat screens in them. Each studio got 2 flat screens in them already. I got flat screens all through the building, even in my convenience store. I ain't trying to beat out for no flat screen TVs. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up charging me with that, which was fraudulent. So then they ended up, because I kept pushing the issue about them coming in my building, and this was the reason they did all of that. Come to find out, it was the Gary Police Department, the State Excise Police, which is the state police department, and the FBI is the people that raided my building with that illegal search warrant. They had falsified. They had a judge that worked with them named Judge Deidre L. Monroe. She worked with them. Her initials was on the warrant, right? So now, you know, a warrant, judge got to sign their name. Ain't no initials. They just wrote her initials on. They been doing this to different people for the longest, right? Yeah. So all of, they see everything tumbling because I told them, yeah, y'all raided a religious temple. They like, what? They like, what? I say, yeah, y'all raided it. I say, that's the Moorish Science Temple of America, that building. They say, no, we checked, da da da. I say, well, y'all shouldn't have checked down there on 5th Avenue. Y'all should have went out to Lake County and checked. Because I conveyed that property over to the Moorish Science Temple of America, and I'm getting ready to open up a Moorish Science Temple of America there, right? Now, keep in mind, my building got 3 floors, a full-size gym. I got 5 storefronts with a convenience store, a record, a t-shirt store, and a cell phone store on the first floor. And then I got 2 more stores that I'm getting ready to open up, and I got a clothing store on the first floor, right? On the second floor is my record company, and then I got apartments on the second floor, and then on the third floor is the club, and I got another apartment on the third floor, right? Then it got an outdoor rooftop, and it got a full-size basketball gym, okay? So they made it their business, man, to lock me up and get me off the street to keep me from pursuing them for their illegal activities and actions. You see what I'm saying? So, but this is what I can say. Everything that happened was supposed to happen. Allah work in mysterious ways. So, I'm appearing before the bond judge, and they end up sending me 900 miles away from Chicago. And I'm still appearing in front of the bond judge. They sent me all the way to Boston, Massachusetts, put me in a federal prison in the SHU, where I'm in solitary confinement 24 hours a day. Don't come out of nothing, right? Nobody to talk to, nothing. In that cell, the only thing for 4 months that I got in that cell to read is the Holy Bible. I read the entire Holy Bible for the first time in my life. Read the entire book. I then told the clergyman, look, I am a Moorish American. I need a copy of the Circle 7 Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He told me they didn't have that. I say, well, bring me a Quran. He bought me a Quran of Muhammad. My first time ever. Read the entire Quran of Muhammad. I kept pursuing and telling him, man, I need a Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I am a Moorish American Muslim. Finally, the clergy, he went over to the main prison and got one from some guys over in the main prison. They let me, one of them had a copy of it, he let me use it. The clergyman, he bought it over there and gave it to me. I read the entire Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? Cover to cover, right? So now I done read 3 holy books, cover to cover. I'm locked in a cell 24 hours a day, 24-hour lockdown for 4 months. Do you hear me? No radio, no TV, nobody to talk to, no nothing. I'm in solitary. So God is talking to me. I don't care what nobody say, man. I know I'm not stupid. I can hear. And I ain't talking about no voice talking out loud to me, man. I'm talking about he was talking to my spirit. You feel me? Through those holy scriptures that I was reading. He was talking to me. So they came around and told me, they was trying to get my DNA. I told them, I'm not giving you my DNA. So dude tell me, he say, man, if you give us your DNA, you can go out in population with everybody else, be able to watch TV or whatever. I say, man, if I give up my rights, if I voluntarily give up my rights, then I don't have them, period. I say, you can't take my DNA. So he like, they gonna send you to a supermax. You know, you facing 20 to 30 years in prison. They gonna send you to a supermax, right, trying to scare me and all that. But guess what? Just before he came to my cell saying that, I had just read this scripture in the Bible, and it was saying, put on the armor of God, his helmet, his breastplate, his shield, pick up his shield and his sword, and saying, look, it say his shield will quench all the fiery arrows, right? And it's saying, don't go back. If you try to go back the other way, my punishment far worse than the punishment they gonna do to you. You see what I'm saying? And because I had just read that scripture and he came to that door talking the way he was talking, man, I did not flinch, man. I did not flinch. I told him, no, I mean, I got paperwork and everything to show it. They put in the paperwork, yeah, refuse to do this, you know what I'm saying? So when they finally sent me back to Chicago, when they sent me back to Chicago, they did transfer me to Indiana. Now I'm in a big Cook County jail. So when I get on the phone, I call my girl and I say, man, I don't know what to do. I get to crying on the phone. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is the first time in my life I don't know what to do. I'm the go-to guy. I always know what to do. So she like, well, don't worry about it. We gonna get you an attorney. Cause I'm like, you know, my son finna graduate from grammar school. He been living with me all this time, going to grammar school. You know what I'm saying? With me, he gotta go. You know, his mama gotta transport him back and forth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so she like, yeah, I'm gonna get you a lawyer. We gonna get you a lawyer. Don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. So that night they put me in a cell. Man, I paced that cell all night long, man. All night long. I'm just going back and forth in that cell, man. So it's about 3 in the morning. I finally lay down on the bed and go to sleep. When I go to sleep, and I can take my life right now if I'm telling a damn lie. When I go to sleep, I had a dream. I was in outer space, and I could see the whole planet Earth spinning. And all around the planet Earth, I ain't see nothing but Moorish signs and symbols. Nothing but Moorish signs and symbols going all around the earth this way. The earth spinning like this, and all around the earth is Moorish signs and symbols, right? So when I wake up the next day, soon as I put my feet on the floor, Noble Drew Ali oral statement hit me. Learn the law, cause you are the law. Right? I tell them, bring me a phone. They bring me a phone. I call my girl. I say, no lawyer. No lawyer. They keep me in there one more night, then they put me in another holding cell for a night. When I leave out that holding cell, they put me on the deck, right? When I walk on the deck, the first person I see is my god brother that work. He on the record label. He the co-producer. He the executive producer of the record label. I see him. He on the wing. This man ain't never been locked up for nothing before in his life. Do you hear me? I'm like, damn, Joe, what you doing in here? He like, man, what's up, bro? He like, man, what's going on? I said, he like, I'm in here for some BS or something. He like, man, you good? He like, let me show you something. I'm like, what? He like, let me show you this scripture. When I came in, I just opened the Bible up, and when I opened it up, it landed on the scripture. I want you to read it. He bring the scripture to me, I get to read it. It say, do not fear, for the devil is about to cast some of you into prison. You will have 10 days of trial and tribulation, but maintain your faith in me, and I'll give you the crown of life. Okay? When I went back to court, to me, that was telling me, God telling me, when you go back to court, demonstrate. Don't be scared of these people. Demonstrate. I've been grooming you for this. Demonstrate. When I went back in front of that judge, me and that judge got into it that day in that courtroom. He tried to huff and puff on me, telling me, I put my name and status on the record. The fact that I'm a Moorish American national, you know what I'm saying? A Moorish American, and my government is I'm the public minister for the Moorish national government. He tell me, I told you I don't want to hear your speeches, right? So he get to trying to question me in there, right? So me and him get into an argument. He telling me, be quiet. So the stuff he's saying, I'm objecting to it. I got a right to object. I'm objecting. Objection. The U.S. Marshal come over and cut the mic off on me in the courtroom. Tell me to be quiet. I'm like, oh, hold on. You interfering in my court proceeding, man. You out of law. You ain't got no business interfering in my court proceeding. If I try to jump up there and get the judge, if I try to run up out of here, that's your job. I say, don't interfere in my court proceeding. So now me and the U.S. Marshal getting into it. So then the judge started again, our objection, right? This time the U.S. Marshal come over, he take the microphone, move it to the other side so I can't talk, right? He started again. I say, I just say it louder, objection. He say, sir, I ain't gonna tell you no more to be quiet in this courtroom. You can't ask questions. You can't object. I asked all the questions in here. Man, I jumped up out that seat. I'm asking the questions in here. Right. Did you take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America?
That's right.
He told them marshals, get them out of here right now. They grabbed me and drug me off to the back. When they was dragging me to the back, I'm hollering to my girl. My sister was there too then. I'm telling them, call the Attorney General. They violate my rights under our treaty. You see what I'm saying? They dragged me in the back. They continue without me being in the courtroom. Man, I went through a whole process of stuff dealing with these people and fighting these people. When I started hitting them with the paperwork out there in Indiana saying, look, contact the governor. Y'all violate my rights under the Peace and Friendship Treaty. 1836, right? Back then I was saying 1787. But I'm firing them up with these grievances that they violate my rights, right? I'm a Moorish American, right? The captain come around, like I put in 3 times a grievance, right? The captain finally come around 2 days later. He say, Cannon Bay, come in the hallway. So I go out in the hallway. He like, yeah, I looked up that treaty you talking about. He say, if we kill one of y'all people, we gotta stand trial in front of y'all court. If y'all kill one of our people, you gotta stand trial in front of our court. I say, I know what it say. I'm not in here for no murder. He like, well, he paused for a minute. He say, well, if the United States break your treaty, he say, the United States done broke a lot of treaties. What make you think they won't break your treaty? I say, because if they break my treaty, you and your people got to get the fuck out of my country. He put me back on the deck. The next day, 5 in the morning, they call me. Cannon Bay, pack your shit. They send me to Kankakee, Illinois, to the Kankakee County Jail. When I get to Kankakee County Jail, I start firing them up with the paperwork. After a week, they send me downtown Chicago to the Federal Dirksen building. To the Federal building, like, look, if this shit this man is writing on this shit ain't real, then keep him at your place. They send me to the Federal building. So when the marshals come get me to take me to court, they like, how you get down here? They trying to figure out, because now I'm in Chicago versus being held in Indiana, where I go to court in Indiana, where it's closer for them to give me court. They like, damn, how you get down here? You see what I'm saying? So
them deal is
man, you hear what I'm saying? So when I get to MCC in Chicago, I go to Moorish Science Temple. It's only one more in Moorish Science Temple of America that's coming on Friday. Me and this brother named Gory Bay. So now it's 2 of us. It's me and Gory. Me and Gory holding service and everything. Just me and him. We holding service. Right. Now I done started propagating the fate of Ali in the jail. I'm propagating. Next thing you know, it's 5 of us in there. They move me to another floor. Next thing you know, it's like 15 of us. And by the time they got through moving me from floor to floor, it was 37 people up in Moorish Science Temple because I'm propping that thing, right? The clergyman come to my deck and he say, Cannon Bay, I want to talk to you. I come up there, he like, you can't be recruiting, is what he said. He said, you can't be recruiting. I say, excuse me? I say, are you telling me I can't propagate the fate of my prophet? I'm not doing no recruiting. I'm propagating the fate of Ali in America. He like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I say, okay, because I'm saying, it sounds like you're trying to violate my rights under freedom of religion. He like, no, I'm not saying that, right? Man, them people start canceling Moorish Science Temple. They start canceling it. Then, when they started back, they started recording us in the temple. On Holy Day. They're recording our religious service. They bogus. They ain't supposed to do that. Okay? So then, they hear when I'm up in the temple telling the people, I'm telling them, look, we got a government, which is national, and we got a temple, which is divine. You come to this temple and to learn your moral values and principles, your divine creed, and everything that the prophet left for you, you learning it. I say, but we a nation of people. We got our own government here. Don't let these people man, they start I remember one day I supposed to go, they throw me in a hole. And to more science over it, then they come just let me out. They act like I did something, right? Throw me in a hole. Once more science temple was over, then they let me out. Because I had everybody start complaining. Because everybody else having their service. They not letting us have more science though. The Sunnis, they having their service. All these people having their service, but they not letting us have ours. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm in there doing paperwork for Moors that's demonstrating in the court. Dude that broke out out MCC downtown, he broke out, climbed 15 stories down. Dude demonstrated he was a Moorish American in court. You can look it up. He did that because I was teaching him about Moorish science and about the prophet and the fact he a Moorish American. And I told him, I say, man, we political prisoners. I say, so, anytime, I say, and under the laws being political prisoner, it say if we political prisoners, it's our duty to escape these motherfuckers when we can. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know that he been digging and plotting to escape all this time. He done dug a hole through the brick wall. He done did all this shit. I don't know that. But I'm teaching him the truth. You see what I'm saying? So he escaped. Now, he didn't tell them when they captured him. He should have told them he a political prisoner. You see what I'm saying? Because he really was. Right. And he had the right to escape according to the Geneva Convention. It's your duty to escape if you can, if you're a political prisoner. You're supposed to. You see what I'm saying? So they ended up giving him like 50 years or something like that for bank robbery. But man, I'm trying to go get that brother out because he told him in the courtroom he's a Moorish American, man. That's all it took. Right. He told y'all. Now that we got our government in place and position, Joe, should none of our people be in their jail? And this is what I keep trying to explain to the brothers in Moorish Science Temple. Man, it's time to do exactly what the prophet say. From out of Sunday school, come to guiders of the nation. It's time to take what? Our place in the affairs of men. The only way you taking your place in the affairs of men, you got to demonstrate a government. And just so happen, we the national citizens of this continent. And by us being the national citizens of this continent, our government is the national government. That's why anytime you see when our people get in trouble all through the 60s, who they would send for on behalf of our people? The National Guard. Why they sending the National Guard? Because it's the National Guard job and duty to protect the national citizens of America. That's why they told you the prophet used to have the army tanks rolling down the street. When people get out of line, they have them tanks rolling down the street. It's that powerful. You see what I'm saying? So why we can't have tanks rolling down the street? Because we not operating in position like we supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to get us. I'm trying to get us back in that position. That and they're recognizing this government, whether a lot of Moors want to believe it or not. The Europeans are recognizing this government. They showing high honors to us on this national side. That's demonstrating this government. We not having no problems out of them at all. Every now and then you might get one that want to try to test, but majority of them, they honoring it. You see what I'm saying? The brother just went to court in Indianapolis, and the judge told him, I don't know how long. He had a gun case. She said, I don't know how long you've been part of this religion you part of, but this religion really helped you today. You see what I'm saying? Guess what? He ain't in there talking about Moorish Science Temple of America. He in there demonstrating the state side. But guess what? This state government got so much of the religion is enshrouded all in and around and through it that they able to read our government papers, and the spirit of God and Allah is all through these papers they're reading. And they can see that, hey, wait a minute. And she before she told him that, she say, hold on, I'm trying to make sure I say this the correct way. I don't want to say this the wrong way. And then that's when she told him, she like, I don't know how long you've been practicing the religion you practicing, but it really helped you out today. This was her exact words. She gave the man probation, right? He called me on the phone. More prayers, I lost. I say, why you say you lost? He's like, they gave me probation. I say, that's their way to get you out their courtroom. Sign that paperwork the way I taught you to sign it. How I taught you to sign the paperwork. You're not finna do no probation. Just don't get in no more trouble. They just trying to get you out their courtroom. When they give you the paperwork to sign. Do not sign your name on none of the papers they give you. Sign everything without recourse. That means they can't bring no recourse of action against you if you violate any of that stuff they talking about. They can't bring. But look they did the same thing in another case with this brother, right? Okay, you're on probation, right? Oh, hey, your probation, you can still leave the state and do anything you want to do on your probation. When they give a person probation, tell them they can leave the state and do anything.
Never.
It's not real.
Never.
It's just to get you out their courtroom. Okay? I done went, man, God and Allah is showing so many miracles with this government, man. There's a brother in Chicago, Illinois with a half-ounce dope case. We sent that paperwork in there, man. The next time he went to court, the judge wasn't there. After we sent the paperwork in, the judge didn't even come back to court. When he went back to court, he walked in, they had done changed prosecutor. He said the prosecutor looking all mad and stuff when he walked in, right? So he go up to the thing, the clerk tell him, your case over with, you can leave. Your case is over. You can go. That's the power of a national government, and that's what's supposed to be happening. Your government's supposed to be claiming you when you go in these people's court. Now the prophets say, stay out of the European courts. The way we stay out of their court is what? We got to establish our own courts. That's all we got to do. That's what I'm saying. Like Todd, Tariq Bey and them, they got an important piece that they got, but they got to get the right overstanding. There is no consulate post without a state government, brother. There is no consulate without a state government. The second thing is, there is no consulate in your own country. You don't have a consulate in your own land. Okay? But we can work together because we should be working to do what? Establish a consulate in Mexico, Canada, all the near places that's close to us. Get some consulates established there. That consulate need to be an agency under this state government. Now it would have real power. Right now, they don't have no power because they're saying they're a consulate, but who is your government? So you a consulate of what government? The government they saying they are don't exist. It's not real. It don't exist. So they playing pretend. I don't play pretend. God told me how to change the reality on this earth for us as a nation of people so we can come back into power. And that's what I mean to do to the letter. I don't care about who getting mad about what I'm saying. Because guess what? In the end, I gotta answer to Allah, and what Allah, this measure He done gave me to give to these people. Because guess what? He sent presents for the Moorish Americans of North America. He sent us a prophet, and now He's sending presents to these people so they can come on into power and do what He wants them to do. Moors is steady telling me, "Oh, Cannon Bay, you trying to do this?" I say, man, stop it. Allah is the head of the divine and national movement. So every time you tell me that what I'm doing ain't right, you're trying to say what Allah can and cannot do. Allah worked for man through man, period. And if y'all don't recognize your own brother is God and that you are God, if you don't recognize that that holy seed implanted in me from Allah done fully developed and opened up full bloom, then you need to keep studying the prophet literature. And then maybe you will start understanding what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? And you will get it. We're a nation, man. We not no temple. Yeah, we have a temple, but we're not no temple, man. We're a nation of people created by Allah on this earth to carry out and do a certain purpose. We are Allah's inheritance. And the only way this entire earth gonna get straightened out, Noble Drew Ali already said it. The Asiatics still got a whole lot to give to the world. But first we got to do what? We got to wake up, man, and exercise our five senses, man. That's Him telling you, look, think with common sense. Don't let these people sing you off. That's why I try to tell these bro, man, I follow Noble Drew Ali's footsteps so close. Hey, Roy Bay, look what I tell Tahaka. He tell me, yeah, I follow the prophet. I say, you follow the prophet? I say, what's your name, man? He say, you know my name. I said, what's your name? He say, Tahaka. I say, your mama name you Tahaka Bay? He say, no, my name's something. He said, I say, you know the prophets say don't
Johnson Bay, right?
Yeah. I say, you know the prophets say don't get rid of that slave name. Keep that because you got a birthright to it. How you on name? So he put in our credit card, showing me on the credit card, it say Tahaka Bay. I say, again, didn't the prophet tell you just add an Il Bay to your name? When you write your name, just add the Il Bay to it? I say, dude, you not following the prophet, but you steady trying to act like I'm not following. See, I'm a real follower of the prophet. You can't tell me no anything because I know this man's stuff inside and out, and this man done spoke to my spirit, personally spoke to my spirit. When I was going through what I was going through, being in that hole all that time, Him and God was really literally talking to me. I had a dream where it was pitch black. I couldn't see nothing. Pitch black. Then I seen some lighted up like footprints, and I seen a light. It was far away. And I just started following the footprints. And then I could hear the prophet voice say, follow my footsteps. I left my footprints clear. Only a fool can err. This is what I hear. I'm hearing this. All while I'm walking, following footsteps, it's saying, follow my footsteps. Only a fool can err. And as I'm following the footprints, I get to that light. When I walk into that light, it's like blind me because I'm coming out of the dark. It blinds me, right? And I wake up. And I wake up. This is why I'm in federal prison. I wake up. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying people don't know, man. God evolved each one of us. But guess what? It take that pressure to evolve you. And if you ain't been put under that pressure, I was put under extreme pressure. They sat there and told me I'm gonna do 30 to life. They was gonna charge me with 5 more cases. Do you hear me? 5 more cases. I'm gonna do 30 to life. This is what the prosecutor told me. Fed. Ask anybody. They got sayings in the Fed. Why do 10 when you can tell on a friend? And another one is sign and ride. Basically, do not try to fight these people. Whatever deal they bring, you better sign it and go on and get on that bus. You see what I'm saying? They do not play. I watched them giving youngsters, man, 25 and 26-year-old, 27, 28 years, 26 years. I'm talking about, I'm looking like, see, I had to go through that to see all of this, what they're doing to our people, man. I had to go through that federal system. And even on the day, Roy Bay, look, the lawyer come back there and tell me, he like, look, you finna go home today. All you got to do is go in the courtroom. Let me do all the talking. The judge finna run your cases concurrent, and you finna go home today. Man, that judge came there, sat on that bench. He said, how you doing today, Mr. Cannabay? I said, I'm wonderful. He started talking to that lawyer. As soon as that lawyer opened his mouth, I jumped up out that seat. This man is not my attorney. He cannot speak for me. He say, I think y'all made a mistake and put these cases together. These weren't supposed to be together, was it? And then they say, no, it's not. Then he ran my time. Why I had to go do another 18 months. But guess what? We would not have this state government if I didn't go do that other 18 months. Because it was certain things that I got from going down there to do that 18 months, which was this Holy Bible that I got. And that civics book. Without me seeing that civics book and without me getting this particular Bible that I got with the definition of law in it, we would not have this state government right now. Everything is divine.
You said
Allah is leading the way. Islam.
which book is that with the law in it?
It's a Bible. It's a Bible. Hey, you familiar with freeconferencecall.com?
Freeconferencecall.com?
Yeah.
I think I might have heard of that in passing, but I can't say
Hey,
for
I'm gonna
certain
send
yet.
you a link for that, Roy Bay, where you can download it and stuff. I'm gonna send you the link, and then you'll be able to come into a free conference call, and I can share my screen and show you some stuff. We can go over some stuff. I do this 24
Let me
hours,
ask you a
so
question,
don't
brother.
think that any time is a bad time to like call me. I do this 24 hours. I don't do nothing else. 24 hours. So
Gotcha.
I don't care if it's 1, 2 in the morning. You want to get it in? You ain't got to do nothing but hit me. We gonna get it in. We
Islam,
gonna get it
praise
in.
Allah. No doubt. Listen, let me ask you a question. You said that you told one of your brothers how to sign that document in court, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't sign his name.
Right. Exactly.
What was What was the term you gave that? Because I heard that before, but I never looked into it. Waiver to what?
You write without recourse. The definition
Right,
without
right.
recourse mean all debts settled and closed. So they can't bring no recourse of
Right.
action against you because you actually settling that debt right at the time you signed it.
You know, it's been so long since I heard that term mentioned. And it's totally, I forgot about it, but now that you said it, it just woke something up inside my memory bank. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a 501c3? Just asking.
No. I showed proof of that last night.
Yeah.
I showed proof of that on Talk Call last night. We're not
Well,
a
that's the part that I
501c3.
didn't get to yet.
Yeah, we're not a 501c3.
Excellent. What's my next question after you, brother? Oh man, it's good. Yeah, so what's your view on our good brothers at the Marrakesh Society and the information that they deal with?
I think the Marrakesh Society, I honor them too. They doing what they do the way that they think is best to do it. The information they give, the books they write, everything they doing. That's why I say everybody got their own measure, man. Allah bless everybody
That's right.
with different degrees. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I can say this.
Mhm.
I have I don't know how many Marrakesh cases. Let me tell you, when I was in federal prison, man, once my case was over and I had to do my time, man, I got over 300 or 400 Moorish American cases from the prison system of Moors going in court demonstrating. I got Marrakesh cases. I got Taj case. I got Marcel O'Neal case. I got many, many Moorish cases. And the thing that I seen in all they cases, nobody ever win. Nobody ever win. So that's why I'm able to say, you know, Allah bless me with a certain degree of knowledge and understanding of the law, that to make sure that we ain't gonna take no pitfalls. You see what I'm saying? We gonna demonstrate this law the way it's supposed to be demonstrated.
So you said that most of the cases are not won.
None of the cases are won. None of them have won a case. None of them. And you will see that in majority of their cases, they be saying what they're saying is unintelligible. It's unintelligible. You see what I'm saying? You got people that saying they're a nation, like the Mayor Kush, they're saying they're a nation, but you still up in their courtroom. See, Roy Bay, a lot of people speak on jurisdiction, but they don't know what jurisdiction is. And a lot of people speak on nationality, and guess what? They don't know what nationality is. They speak on citizenship and don't really get the relationship of citizenship and state. They don't get that. They don't really understand that. You see what I'm saying? What's your email address? I'm finna send you this link right quick. I'm gonna put your email.
Yeah, it's R as in Roy, Lee Lee Bay at gmail.com.
No, I didn't have it, big bro. Thanks for sending it.
Okay, I'm sending it to you right now, mobile. You able to check it now?
I won't be able to check it until I'm off the phone.
Oh,
so
okay. I just want to make sure. If you don't have it, just make sure you can hit me back whenever we get off the phone and let me know for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure I got it. I'm sure it's there. As long as you send it this day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mo, but listen, you know, so I definitely dig you, Mo. You know, I definitely dig you, brother. Real talk. And this is why. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. When you was going through all that with them peoples and everything, and you came out of that the right way, Mo, you was down in the dismal crypts.
Exactly.
You was in the dismal crypts, and all that stuff that you said you heard, that was that still small voice speaking within, sent from the divine. I know what happened. I know what happened because so I can hear the experience. See, I know exactly what happened. Yeah, all right, guys.
Islam.
But nonetheless, though, my good brother, see, I'm glad. You know, praise the Lord. I'm glad you had that experience. And looking back in hindsight, I'm sure you can contemplate the same.
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's
like you out here.
it's a lot of you know, brothers gotta really get on their deen, Mo. They saying they following the prophet, but they display a lot of ego and envy and jealousy. You know what I'm saying?
More, brother, let me tell you something. You have no idea of some of the troubles I've been through with some of these Moors. With that very unfortunate description you just laid out. And it's a very real description and very profound description. The jealous more. So I got brothers and sisters over here tell them a national grand sheet. Oh, so Roy Bay, he just want to shine. All he want to do is shine. And it's that jealousy. We just had a conference call to sort of air some of my differences about a month and a half ago. And one brother got on the phone and said to the other brother, because at one time, so I was going to, you know, I got a little emotional and I slipped a little bit and I was going to put hands on Seti and Pharaoh. In particular, young Pharaoh, because I felt he disrespected my prophet. And I said it on to Hawker's show. I spoke to Tahaka earlier that day, and I told him, I'm gonna split this nigga shit like divorced parents. I'm official like that.
I know that's right.
And Tahaka he know how. So I get down and give it up. Because me and Tahaka, we was going to lock tail out in Washington, D.C. Because Tahaka did some things on his show. He mentioned me and my National Grand Sheik in the wrong light, and it was not consistent with the second principle that is known to man. And so I had cut him off for a little while. And he seen me out in Washington, and I see him across the lawn or the green grass out there, you know. He looked up from a distance, he saw me too. And I wasn't really speaking with the brother at that time. So when, you know, Ishmael Arbe and Sarnetta, he was out there, the Black Panthers was having a rally, you know, it was a lot of people out there that day. And so he says to me, so what's it gonna be, peace or war? And I got so close in his face, he and I was nose to nose, damn near teeth to teeth. I said, you know my spirit is gonna be war. And that's how I give it up, you know. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why, you know, so it didn't really come to physical contact. One, we out there in DC, the Black Panthers doing their demonstration, you know, we Moors, we over here, and something jumps off the media gonna blow out of proportion, because they're gonna bring in the cameras.
Right.
Negroes going wild. How are they gonna turn me? You know what I'm saying to you? They're gonna bring in the cameras. And they're gonna speak their language in reference to our people. And you know, it's would have been a good look. So I wasn't messing with them, and when this whole Pharaoh thing jumped off with the prophet, I said, all right, this how these cats want to play. As soon as I got off the phone, you know, I got a call from out in Mecca. It was Brother G. Sharp Bay. Oh, more, don't do that, don't do that. I said, man, I'm going to show these dudes something. They think it's a game. See? You know, we have our own turmoil within the Moorish paradigm. But just how you demonstrated on Tahaka's show, you die-hard Noble Drew Ali, yeah, same here. See? Same here. And, you know, you got Moors like that who walk with that spirit, irregardless of how big or small their portion is or their contribution to the movement. But they love the prophet. And that's what they do know. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do know. And if you get too close to the prophet, you got some Moors that will react. You know? So that's how that whole thing had played out. But you was in the Dismal Crips. See? You was down in the Dismal. The still small voice spoke to you, and you responded. And what I'm saying, brother, I know for a fact that there are Moors playing church, as you stated. Some years ago, I said to my Grand Sheik, this is when I was in the R. Jones Bay Grand Body, and I asked my Grand Sheik, I said, Mo, how come we don't get involved with the community and start to do things like, let's say, for instance, the Nation of Islam. They're very active with our people out there. And in some areas, they are outflanking us in terms of popularity and them being known amongst the people. And my Grand Sheik, you know, with respect to his name and image, I'll keep that private, but the man broke my heart. He said, well, you know, because we are 501c3, and if we get involved, we will lose our 501c3 status.
Oh my
See, from
God.
that point on,
Right.
Listen, Mo, listen, you heard what I said to you, right?
Yeah. But let me tell you something, Mobile, but let me tell you something, and this on the real, because I had to tell this other so-called sheik this. I say, man, you know, everybody putting so much emphasis in on 501c3 status and this and that, and these temples being 501c3 status. None of that even mattered that they 501c3 status. What do they teach in that temple? It don't, you know, I understand the prophet set up what he set up, but guess what? Time is steady going, and they're steady coming out with new laws. Guess what? When the prophet was here, there was no 501c3 status. You see what I'm saying? So we got to begin to understand. Don't get caught up in the dogma because they're saying, oh, this temple of 501c, this one not, this one this one under the original this and that. Guess what? What's the name of your temple, sir? Moorish Temple of America? You a grand sheep? Okay, what's the name of your prophet? Noble Ali? You teach 101s? Yeah. What's your holy book? The Quran of the Moorish Temple of America? Guess what? That's all that matters, Mo. That's all that matters.
That's a fact.
Get the prophet message out. That's what they supposed to be doing, whether they're 501c3 or not. You know, I had some people, Mo, that was in the government. They the way they learned about Noble Ali was through the government, right? And they was from Missouri, and they came to Baltimore. They went to Sheila
Seabreeze Bay.
They went to their temple, right? Man, them people made them feel so bad, man. In there asking them, oh, y'all trying to infiltrate and where you get that feds from and how you get a bail on your name. It's just a bunch of nonsense, man. Nonsense.
Wait. Hold on a second. So you
Yeah, you heard me.
For them to laugh.
You heard me.
So you saying to me that now I'm gonna tell you right now because I know Sheila Seabreeze Bay, right? And that sound like something Sheila would say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
But
So Sheila asked them.
they totally hurt the people's feelings, man. And the people, like I say, they was in Missouri. They had came to Maryland or wherever they temple at for something.
Baltimore, Maryland. I know what's happening there.
They came there for something. One of the nationals needed assistance or something, but they came there, and they wanted to go to the temple while they was there, and they found one, and they went, and man, they treated them so bad, man. They was like, man, I don't never want to step foot in another temple. But see, this was going on all across the country. And that's why I be looking at them. You know how many times they done tried to make me a sheik, man? I always turned it down. Allah ordained me to be the president. I'm not no sheik. And I understand, they keep trying to make me be a sheik or get me to be. I'm not a sheik. I'm exactly who God told me to be. I'm in my position where I'm supposed to be at. They got to get in their role and in their position of where they supposed to be. Now, Tyrone Bay in Illinois, I told him, I say, Mo, when you gonna have some words with the Pope? You the Grand National Sheik? When you gonna have some words with the Pope? Y'all gotta stand on the Pope now. I say, you see me over here standing on government? I be talking to state governors and senators, and we demonstrating government over here. So we be talking to their government officials. Y'all should be talking to, guess what? To the Pope and them and the Archbishop and them and all of them, laying down the foundation and the link that, guess what? The Pope don't control Islamism and about our prophet and our people, and that they need to get their people. They not even talking to them. You see what I'm saying? So what is y'all doing on the divine side? If you not, their affairs strictly supposed to be divine and holy affairs. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to have license plates and driver's license with a temple. That's not what it's set up for. The temple is set up. So guess what? If this state government called the United States of American Republic, get ready to go to war with China, I'm supposed to go see my sheik at the temple, tell him to go ask God, should we attack China? And will he deliver them in our hand? And he's supposed to go pray and do everything he's supposed to do and talk to God, because he's supposed to be a divine minister. He's supposed to be talking to God on a constant basis anyway, to get and receive a premonition of what we should do. You see what I'm saying? And then tell me what God said. You see what I'm saying? Let this state government know what we should do. Did he say to attack them? Did he say he gonna deliver them in our hand? What'd he say? You see what I'm saying? But they don't get that. They trying to turn the temple into a state, and the temple not no state. They trying to wield it like it's a government, a state government. That's not what it is. The city of Baltimore do not have the power of the state of Maryland. It don't. The city is a municipality. Moorish Temple of America is a municipality. It has municipal power, like a city. It don't have state power. It got municipal power. You see what I'm saying? I sat there and listened to and when like I said, once they finally did put me in the prison, right? I started getting, I got documentation, everything. I started getting on the clergy. I'm like, yeah, y'all ain't got no Korans in here, no one-on-ones. Y'all ain't got no Moorish Science Temple videos, nothing in here. I'm firing them up. I'm like, I need to see an accountant because I know y'all giving certain amount of funds to spend on each religion in here. I need an accountant. Man, they start ordering stuff, putting it up in there. You see what I'm saying? But I started watching, I watched Sharif Anil Bey when I was locked up, his video, and I like him. I like him. And I learned a lot from watching his video. I watch Rasadi Hill. I like him. You see what I'm saying? These are the people I'm watching their videos while I'm locked up. I'm watching Farrakhan. I'm watching everybody, right? I love the Moors, period. So to come home and get attacked by them, you feel me? So to come home and they hear what I'm talking about and they just straight out attack me. So the brother tells Sharif Anil Bey about me. Sharif Anil Bey tell him, man, that brother crazy. He talking about he ain't no Moor. He don't even dress like a Moor. He don't even talk like a Moor. The brother say he looked at him like, what the fuck is you talking about? What, you know what I'm saying? Is you hearing what he talking about? You talking about how the man look, how he dress. As you hearing what he talking about. You see what I'm saying? So that right there in the door. And then I watched another video he did. And I had to redo that video, which is that Moorish jurisprudence. I redid it and went in because he making false statements in it. And the false statements he making in it, one of the major false statements he making is about the prophet's trust. That trust is real. It's real. Okay?
And this is Brother Tariq, right?
Sharif Anil Bey.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So
I know Sharif.
yeah. So I redid the video and I like him. I'm telling you, I like dude. He's sharp. But he in the wrong direction. Because they telling people to vote in these people elections. And I just told Tahaka out the frame last night because he's talking about, he been telling people to vote, but he talking about he a United States citizen. And I told him this here. The prophet say he do not wish for us to amalgamate or marry into the pale-skinned nations of Europe. Brother, you can't be part of their government and be following the prophet. Because that's not what the prophet is teaching you if you know how to read his literature. That's not what he's telling you. He's not telling you you up under that U.S. federal government. That's not what he's telling you. No type of way. And I can take his literature and walk you right through it and show you that's not what he's talking about. The prophet saying in the oral statements, I've been undermining this government for 600 years. Why the hell he wants you to join and be part of a government he been undermining for 600 years? Why? Martin Luther King turned back around and tell you what? I done integrated my people into a burning house. And you trying to steady join. That's why the prophet say be careful. Your own brother will put you back in slavery. He ain't just talking about with the United States federal government. He talking about in that temple. Had you sitting in that temple going over them one-on-ones and reading that Quran for the next 10 years. Like we've been sitting up in church waiting on Jesus to come. Now they got you sitting up in the temple waiting on the prophet to come back and fix everything. No, do like he say. Proclaim your nationality in the government in which you live in and the nations of the earth. And from out of Sunday school, become the guiders of the nation. Come up out of this temple and start guiding your nation. Right in the cover of the one-on-ones, it say clear as day for Moorish children. How many years you gonna keep reading that? You still a child? You still a child? You ain't graduated yet? You still reading and going over the one-on-ones? When you gonna graduate to manhood? When you gonna graduate to nationhood, to statehood? When you gonna start being active in your government? When you gonna get out here and start letting these people know you have a government? When you gonna stop flying them flags in the wrong way? Flying that commerce banner in superiority to your race, to the banner of your forefathers, to the flag of your forefathers and your ancestors. When you gonna learn to stop doing that? When I done sent this man and this man is telling you what not to do and he writing these laws for you to follow as a nation. Because right now, our people are a lawless nation, Roy Bay, and they don't get it. You are a lawless nation. Therefore, every other nation get to enforce their will upon you and they laws upon our people because our people had no laws. Now, guess what? You can tell these people you're a Moorish American. Oh, we got our own laws for that. And guess what? They can get right on that internet and find them. The brother told me he went to work. He filled out the tax forms the way we tell him fill out the tax forms so they don't take no taxes out of his check, right? He say the people say, You say y'all got your own government. Moorish Americans got their own government. And he say the guy, he told the guy, yeah. And he say the guy say, who is y'all president? He say C. Cannon Bay. He say the guy got right on the computer and pulled me right up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is how you gotta demonstrate if you a nation and you a government and you got one, where your government officials at? Why we can't find them? Now you can find them. Now you can find them. So now not only can you find that, guess what? We not a lawless nation. Not only can you not find out that we not a lawless nation because we got our own laws, you can also find our government officials. You see what I'm saying? This thing real,
Islam,
man. This thing real.
Now, you hear more Islam. Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, Islam.
You just said something very vital. You said you a government, we're your government officials, right?
Islam.
That's what you said, right?
Islam.
Let me take you down. Let me take you back to the forerunner, Marcus Garvey.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Garvey used to always say, "Where is your government and men of big affairs?"
Islam.
So you hit that right on the nose.
Islam.
Where are they? See, you know, the problem, Brother C. Cannon Bay, is that the Moors, a lot of Moors are afraid to move politically.
I've been on Tahaka
And they come across
10 flyers on
church demonstration.
Oh, you did
Yeah.
that?
Islam.
Are you there?
Yeah, Islam.
Yeah. Right. A lot of Moors are afraid to move and navigate politically. And they get caught up in singing too many songs in a temple. I'm tired of hearing them songs, man. Songs is alright. If I want to hear a song, I'm right here in New York where the Apollo Theater is. A lot of music here in my city, like in every other. But when it comes time to that national political demonstration, whether you do it nationally or how you do it naturally, a lot of brothers and sisters, because see, that's responsibility, first of all. That's responsibility. Now you saying to the so-called great white father, I don't need you no more, and I'm gonna do it on my own. But a lot of us have not matured into that thinking yet. You know, we still doing the old Morgan Freeman lean on me demonstration. See? So, you know, I'm gonna get back into this here footage with you and Brother Tahaka and everything. But henceforward, Mo, you and me gonna be in contact. You know, me and you gonna be in contact, and I ain't here to really debate with you and all that kind of stuff. I'm here to listen.
Islam, Mobile. Hey, one thing, hey, Mobile, this is what I tell people all the time. One thing about me, it ain't never gonna be no debate. Because you know why? Because I'm gonna go straight to law. So if you debating the law. And guess what? The law is written, so you can't debate it. You see what I'm saying? See, when people operate off their beliefs and what they think, guess what? That's debatable. You can't debate written law.
That's right.
Nobody can debate the written law. And see, that's what Allah gave to me and taught me. He say, man, and the prophet, learn the law because you are the law. Guess what? I said it before I say it again. I did not come here to abolish the prophet nor the law, but to fulfill. I come here to enforce the law, Mo. The prophet say in the 2000s, the Moors gonna come into their own. He also say they're gonna be some new Moors that's gonna come in with their eyes wide open. They gonna come in seeing and knowing, and they gonna do what? Enforce his law. Guess what, Mo? I'm just enforcing the law of the prophet. And those that say they are true followers of the prophet should see that and should know that, guess what? We gotta start enforcing the law. We ain't been enforcing it. We ain't been enforcing the law.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So now somebody is coming in to enforce the law. I've been commissioned for this, Mo, by Allah. Allah commissioned me to do this. You see what I'm saying? This ain't, Mo, do you know I sat in federal prison, man. I did 5 years in federal prison. Do you know I've been sitting behind the desk for 3 years now, man? I ain't been out to no club. I ain't been chasing no women. I've been sitting behind this desk 3 years building this government. 3 years. Ask some people that know me, Mo. They'll tell you. Dude barely even leave the house. Do you hear me? I spend 15 to 18 hours a day behind this desk, Mobile. Guess what? I'm administrating this government is what I'm doing. Guess what? I wouldn't have to sit behind this desk 15, 18 hours a day if other Moors join their state government and start helping administrate it. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? Because they're not joining their state government, a lot of them, and they're not administrating their government, it makes me have to sit behind the desk even longer. I can't get out in the population and start really moving around to teach and to congregate. You see what I'm saying? So the thing of it is because we got over 300 nationals in this government. So guess what? It's a lot of people business to deal with. You see what I'm saying? So when we start really understanding government is administration, guess what? That's the major thing we've been lacking. We don't have that. We keep saying we got a government. You know, I hear them say all the time, yeah, we a government. Ty Sariq Bey, we a government. Yeah, where your laws at?
Hold on.
Where your constitution? Where your government officials at? Y'all sending these brothers and sisters off telling them you got a consulate and this and that, and then when they get in trouble, you don't even show up.
When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches